This is not an aircraft, this is a Bitcoin miner.
Bitcoin miners are huge, they're expensive, they are noisy and they drain a lot of power, but to keep it simple, they turn electricity into bitcoins. And if you want to get into mining, always think about, does it make sense in your country? If you have very high electricity costs, well, then you will maybe see your money very late. If you have very low or no electricity costs, well, then you just have to purchase the miner and just hope that the Bitcoin value isn't dropping down into the nowhere, and then you will make a return on investment quite fast.
So well, this here is the AVALON Miner 6.0, as you can see. This thing has a hash rate of 3.5 terahash, which is these days not really a lot. And as you can hear, it's very noisy and oh, it's so good. So hot air is coming out of it, and it's draining 1,200 watts from the power socket, which is a lot. So it's basically heating up here the whole room. So well, this thing, as I've told you, is capable of putting out 3.5 terahash. It's connected to a huge power supply. This is a server power supply capable of outputting 1,200 watts, as you can see. The miner itself is connected to a Raspberry Pi. The operating system is basically here on the SD card, and it's connected with those jumper cables directly to the miner. But well, some of them can also be connected over USB if you have the converter. Alright, as you can hear, it's very noisy, and the software basically looks like this. You have a dashboard. Quickly have to log in here, and there we go. So here, this is the dashboard from AVALON. As you can see, you will get here a chart of your hash rate and here the fan speed. You can see here basically voltage, fan speed, which is 4,700 RPM. So this is incredibly loud. You don't want to have that in your living room. So for your living room or just mining for fun, something like a USB miner like the 2-pack by Gecko Science makes more sense if you just want to know how this works. So well, I will quickly change the clock speed of the miner because this is just too loud to talk here. And as you can see, it now goes down to 80 watts. Also the fan will go down, and yeah, reducing basically the frequency will result in a lower hash rate, but also a better efficiency, and also, as you can hear, it's not that noisy anymore. Still draining 500 watts from the power socket. You really need to think about if those things make sense in your country, because noisy, they drain a lot of power. Power is expensive in my country. So, well, if you have like a spare place or anything like a huge garage, cellar or anything like that, and you have cheap electricity costs, then a miner like this one here probably makes sense, but not one. You probably need 10, 20 to make a pretty good profit each month. And well, as you can see, 600 watts right now, which is still a lot. Alright guys, this is how a Bitcoin miner looks and sounds like.
Finalizing, I think Bitcoin is going to hit big. It's not a scam, Ponzi scheme or anything anymore. So this has a bright future, but take it with care. And if you invest money, then always think about that your money could be gone. And I think then you can't do anything wrong.